Alright guys, welcome back to Solomon's Outdoor Reviews. I have a quick video on a comparison of the 357 mag Remington HTP and the Federal Power Shock. Now I tested both of these bullets and I got a Venn diagram here of the similarities and differences, compare and contrast them. In the middle you have your how they are the same, and on the outside you have how they are they're different. Okay, so I just wanted to do this to give a good, I kind of allude to it when I make my videos, but I wanted to show people that are purchasing this type of ammo so they can make a good decision on which one fits their preference. And they are both good quality ammunition. It's just your preference on what you need, what you do. Also availability, you might not be able to find some of these, like the Power Shock sometimes can be hard to find. But anyways, in the middle we have here how they are the same. When I tested them through my Crony, they both had an average of 1,500 feet per second. They are both semi-jacketed hollow points. The bullet design is a little bit different, but it's basically the same. They are 180 grains. They do cost 80 cents a round, where I get them at a Sportsman's Guide. They are nickel plated, as you can see. Now, how they are different. There's a little bit differences here. The ballistic coefficient of the Remington is 106.168 or 168 thousandths, and then you also have 0.21 for the Federal Power Shock. So a little bit of difference there. The Remington HTP, when I tested it, and I tested it a few times just for consistency, we had 4 jugs of penetration. Over on the Power Shock, we had 5 jugs of penetration. And if you remember the video, it looked like it wanted to keep going through that 5th jug. There was an indentation, but it didn't go through. It didn't have enough energy to go through. On the Remington HTP, we had good retained weight. If you remember looking at the bullet, I wish I saved it. I'll do another one maybe and keep it saved. It had good expansion, great expansion actually, like picture perfect. Over at the Federal Power Shock, we had jacket separation. Either at the 3rd or 4th jug. I found the jacket, most of the jacket in the 4th jug. But I think some of it fell apart in the 3rd jug, but it just blew out of it. When I had my rifle, I shot my rifle at 25 yards, and the Remington HTP actually shoot 1 inch higher from bullseye at the 25-yard mark in comparison to the Federal Power Shock, which was shot dead on at 25 yards. So that's not much of a difference, but that just to give you an idea. And for the Remington HTP, something that's different, the bullets are sometimes deformed. This is what I'm talking about. It's not that much of a difference, but if you can look, sometimes they're bent in. I don't know if it's their packaging. It doesn't really affect accuracy too much out to 100 yards where we're shooting, so it really doesn't make much of a difference, but just to have an idea. And I've read some reviews of people saying that their tips are really bent in or whatever, but at short range it should be fine. And I shot again a deer with this. I have a video of that, and it does the job. You got pass-through penetration, you know, big entry wound, smaller exit wound, because of the type of thing we're dealing with here, type of round we're dealing with. But so that's what I mean by the tips sometimes can be deformed. I've had some that were more deformed than that, but overall a little bit messed up. The Remington HTP comes in 50-round boxes. The Federal comes in 20-round boxes. Where I get the Federal Power Shock, it's like $16.20 a box, and this one's like $38, $39, $40 a box. So when you do, you do your calculation there, they are the same as far as cost. Design of bullet. They are basically the same, hollow point, but as you can look at them, if you just compare them visually, they are a little bit different. The Power Shock has a wider hollow point. The hollow point is a little bit deeper. It's basically the same style as far as the copper jacket. It goes about up halfway. It seems like the PowerShok has a wider tip, wider nose there. And most of the PowerShoks all look the same. You don't have that problem where some of the tips are bent in or deformed. Again, it might just be a packaging thing. So I just wanted to show that. So they are 80 cents a round, and they are both nickel plated, as you can see, and they are the same length as far as case goes. I can't give you like real world on the PowerShok yet. I haven't shot an animal with it yet, so I can't give you real world. When I get that, deer season's about to be over, so I can't promise that. Maybe next year I can get a give you performance in the field with that. But again, this is just a compare and contrast video of these two rounds. You make your own assumptions as far as which one you want to purchase. Both would be good for short range deer hunting, and a rifle and a handgun also. Again, these are handgun rounds, but you can use them if you have a 357 mag rifle like I do. Also, I mentioned in my other video, from what I understand, Remington, this is more of like a self-defense. It's advertised and marketed. This is advertised as a hunting round. You can see the picture of the deer there. So, but I think 180 grain bullets are best used for hunting when you're talking about 357 mag. Alright, if you guys have any questions or comments, just comment below. Again, this was just a compare and contrast, just to show you what the data, the information I found out messing around with these two rounds. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. And again, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.